Hey guys, Jeff here, Dice Setters. Got back from Vegas. I went there just for the Sunset Station. I was trying a new strategy on my after my come out roll. I put 182 from 4 to 10, so you'd have 25, 30, 36, and the hopes that that'd be the last time you'd have to really make an effort to not roll anything but a 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. And then after that, it was pretty simple. So I got there. This table is not my favorite table to roll. Most time, this table, it hands me, it's never been nice to me, let's put it that way. So I didn't watch anybody else that was there. I just got in my spot, and I'm like, okay, this is my spot. And there was a guy at the very end of the table, and I wasn't watching how he was rolling, anything like that. All of a sudden I sat there and looked at the table, and there was 300 on every number. They had 300 on 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. And I thought, wow, I better watch, see how this turns out. Because if not, this could be disastrous. So the guy was, he was down here at the very end, and I really didn't see how he grabbed the dice. I just know that he studied the dice. He studied the dice and looked at them. Not really sure what he was looking at. But then he took the dice and he would do this. And I thought, this is not golfing. This is not, check your swing. I don't know. I've just never seen that before. And I thought, well, this has got to be good. This has got some good stuff going on here. So the first thing he did was roll a 10, and then he put all this money on the table. And the next number he rolls is a beautiful 3. Well, the one thing about a 3 is there's no 3 right here. So he didn't make any money whatsoever. They give him back the dice. He returns with another 3. Again, no 3 here. 2 turns deep, and all he's gotten is 2 3s. He rolls his third turn. His third turn is a lucky midnight. And again, 12 would be right here. No money to be made. The guy knew that there was something wrong. The guy didn't know what was wrong, but he knew there was something wrong. 3 rolls, and you have $1,800. What are you going to do? 3 rolls into it, you still have not made a dime. So he was mumbling stuff, and the one thing I caught him saying was crisscross applesauce. And I thought, that's something I remember from childhood, but I don't think that's going to help him at all. So he gets mad, and he goes, give me some new dice. So they had 5, and of course they had the 3 put away, so they took the 2, they let him choose a 2 from the other 3, and he rolled it, and again, he sat there and did a beautiful 2. On 2, but 3. Frustrated again, he finally managed to get an 8. And when they gave him the 8, of course, they're trying to give him $350. He goes, no, put the $300 back. So the $300 goes back up on the 8. This $50 goes back into his pile. He rolls again. This time he rolls a 5. So when you roll a 5 and you have $300 on the line, you get $420. That's a special number, 420, for those of you that don't know. That's a 420 number. He takes the 20 and tells them to go ahead and set up the 400. So now, all he has from all his hard rolling is $70. And of course, I knew this was not going to go very well. Next number out, guess what it was? 7. When you are rolling and having difficulty hitting your numbers, stop. Stop. Say, take it down, play it out, stop. He lost a lot of money. He lost over $2,000. He knew that there was something wrong. He didn't hear that sitting there in his voice going, hey, there's something wrong. Well, he did. He switched the dice over, but he didn't stop playing. So now it was my turn after he lost all this. And of course, I'm like, man, I just got to sit there and not hit a 7. My first roll, my very first roll. Now, I've never done this roll on this table before. By doing that, picking it up, which I showed you last week, it results in a 6 and an 8 most of the time. I sat there and threw that for a 7. Again, I sat there and knew that there was something wrong. You don't want to roll a 7 on your come-out roll unless that's what you're trying to do. But I was trying to make sure I had the feel for this table, that I could sit there and do a 6, an 8, something besides a 7, and then I roll a 7. So, I rolled again, and I got, something besides a 7, and I'm like, I'm not feeling it. It's not, I'm just going to keep on going. I lost, not as much as I would have if I kept on pressing it. Not like that one guy. But when you know something is wrong, stop. Stop and back up and, maybe step out, have a drink, have a smoke, have a walk around, have a couple pulls on the slot machine, have something. But don't sit there and lose $2,000 off the table because you know something's wrong and you just keep on throwing. And throwing like that, man, that ain't it. Save half your money, get some lessons on how to throw, come back, and I bet you sit there and do a lot better job. But all I'm saying is that when you know there's something wrong, don't keep on throwing it. Stop. Switch tables. I wouldn't sit there and say switch dice. Dice don't have a memory. Dice are the same unless they're crooked. It's really hard for you to sit there and say, oh yeah, that table was crooked. Really hard to prove. But, switching dice is not going to help you. And you might mentally, maybe mentally, or sitting there saying, okay, it's a new deal. But you should have just stopped, take your money down, and just continued out and said, I'm going to try it again the next roll. Because that was not going well for that gentleman. And finally, after I got done rolling, he left. But, by the time I got done rolling and his rolling, he was down $2,500 in 2 rolls. That's ridiculous. So if you know something's wrong, stop. Try to figure it out. Take your money down. Roll the 7. On your next time around, see how you're rolling it. Seeing how you're picking it up. Ask yourself, what is different? And then try it again when it doesn't cost you anything. I only had $5 on the pass line. And I knew that there was something wrong. It only cost me $5. I lost $5 to figure out there is something wrong. That one guy, it took him $2,000 to figure out there was something wrong. Stop early. This is a short one this week. I was going to sit there and tell you what happened when I tried my new strategy, but as you know, it didn't sound like it went too well. This table, man, it's just like we have fought tooth and nail with this table. And the only thing that brings me back to this table is that it's only $5. But I don't know. I don't know if the dice are lighter. I can't figure it out. So I'm going to take a break from this table. So I'll sit there and not go to this table for a couple of turns and see what happens. I kind of really like the small bounciness of a table, something that you know is going to happen. But this table, man, at the Sunset Station, I've never seen anyone just sit there and boop, 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 oh, look, I won. Their turn comes back around, boop, 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 oh, yeah, look, I won. I never see this. This does not happen at this table. It happens at other tables, but not this table. So I'm going to take a break from it. And, if something like this should happen to you, take a break from it. Don't sit there and lose $2,000 at one sitting because you knew the dice weren't rolling correctly. Like, share, subscribe. Let's try to get the subscribers up there. I'd like to do a live version. Can't do a live version unless I have the people sitting there subscribed. Thank you guys. Have a great one.